find a comfortable place to sit. If you're in a chair that has a back, feel free to put some pillows in behind you or something to help support you. The only thing that really matters is that we can breathe, so we have room in the diaphragm to let that muscle work. And bring yourself back in to that deepest awareness, the deepest stillness. This meditation practice involves a visualization. If you enjoy that and if it comes easily for your mind, allow it to come however it comes. Sometimes people don't have a visual. This one involves a lake and a full moon on the surface of the lake, and then going down into the stillness in the lake. So if that's not going to work for you, feel free to ignore those words about that and do it however it feels most potent for you. Let's start by bringing our mind in, our attention inward, focusing on this experience right now. Just notice now what you feel like. Notice how your body feels. Notice what's going on in your breath and in your mind. And let your mind focus for a moment on the physical relaxation in your body. Go through the forehead and the eyebrows. Noticing the energy of thought behind the forehead and letting yourself not pay too much attention to that for now. Relax your eyes and the sense of sight as it turns inward. Notice the flow of breath. Take a moment to allow your breath to be even and smooth and continuous. And notice your jaw and your mouth, the organs of speech, your vocal cords as well, your tongue, your lips. Relax them physically, and also notice what's happening energetically in your mouth and the area of speech. Notice the back of the neck and shoulders, the large muscles of your back. Notice the muscles of the chest and the stomach area, and how those muscles are moving with your breath. And notice your arms as well and your legs. Let your whole body be in your awareness. And bring your mind, your attention to the flow of breath in the nostrils for a moment. And to the rhythm of your breath in your stomach area. And then if the visualization works for you, bring to mind a calm, light, moonlit lake. The water is warm. The air around you is warm as you're sitting looking at the lake. There's not even a shimmer of ripple on the water. There's a full moon and you can see the track of the moon on the water. As you're sitting on the lake side, allow yourself to absorb that experience. Moonlight reflecting on your face, reflecting on the water. And imagine that you're floating completely safe on the surface of the water. The lake is completely still, there's no ripples. Your body is floating safely. You're warm and secure. And then let your attention go deep into the lake. Let yourself drift down. Your body's still floating safely on the surface. Let yourself, your attention, go down into the depths of the lake. You're not worried about anything. Any worries that you had in your mind are left up there on the surface of the lake in your thoughts. Allow yourself to rest, going deeper and deeper into the stillness of the mind. Withdraw your mind from other times, other places. All of that would be happening on the surface in your thoughts about other times and other places. Right now we're not at the surface, we're way deep in the depths of the lake. We can still see clearly. Right up to the surface, we can see the moon as its light shines on the surface. We can see the calmness. Occasionally a wave comes along on the surface, but you can't really feel it in the stillness of the mind, in the depths of the lake. You know it's there, you can observe it. But it doesn't really touch you, it doesn't disturb. Remain in this stillness, looking at what's happening on the surface. There might be the odd ripple. A wind might come up and the reflection of the moon gets kind of choppy for a bit. And then it all settles. Quiet returns. There's not even a ripple on the pond. Rest in that silence. If you find that you're absorbed in thought, notice what it was. There's that thought again. I'll make a note of that for later. And then allow the waters to settle. Let that moonlight become an unbroken beam across the water. And let yourself rest. Notice the experience of resting in this deep stillness. Notice the space. It's not really a separate space. Your body's still here, you're still breathing. You're still witnessing what's happening in your body, breath, and thoughts. If you find you're being attracted to thoughts, Focus on your breath instead. Notice how the body moves with your breath. Kind of a floating rise and fall of the breath. The stomach rises as we breathe in, and there's that continuity as we breathe out. Let your breath be smooth and serene. And notice if any part of your experience feels unfamiliar. When we tune into our bodies, we're familiar with that. Our sense perceptions let us know how it is that we're positioned in space, what's connecting with us. We're familiar with our breath and our breathing patterns. And with how it feels when we anchor our attention to our breath. Let our breath be smooth and even and continuous. And we're familiar with our mind, with the thoughts in the mind, with the energy and the habits, the momentum in our thought stream. And that our bodies and our breath and energy and our thoughts are all appearing in this same space. Along with the stillness. With what it is that doesn't change, isn't affected by anything, not the thoughts or the body or the breath. And don't really think about it, more of a noticing. Notice this familiarity. This feels like us, this feels like me. It's a very familiar experience. including touching into our being, our consciousness. That feels familiar as well. Nothing particularly dramatic, just this sense of knowing and being able to be present in this space as well. It's common to have some energy around wanting to figure it out, and if that's here, that's fine too. We're just not really giving it center stage right now. Notice your experience without words. And if words are coming in, we can just notice them, observe them, just like we do the feeling of seeing ourselves floating on that calm, still lake. There's nothing going on that needs our attention right now. So let yourself rest. Let any ripples on the lake become still so you can see the moon and the moonlight. Notice your experience. You can see the moon and the moonlight. You can let everything be still. And if a ripple comes along, we notice that. And even that doesn't have to disturb this stillness. And notice your breath. Notice the rhythm of your breath and how comforting it feels to be breathing and attending to the breath, that smooth, gentle rhythm of breath. And notice this experience of resting, what it feels like energetically, what effect it has on the body and on the breath and the mind. On one layer, there's thought. On another, there's this observance or witnessing. Maybe we'll continue to sit for a while and then get up and move around for a bit. Just notice that our minds get engaged in a different way and that this stillness is here too. Without any effort at all, we can touch back into that. And feel free to get up and move around. Feel free to continue sitting.